Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to legislation introduced in the Assembly called the Public Interest Disclosure Act, the so-called whistleblower legislation. Today, FAIR, the Federal Accountability Initiative for Reform, released the results of its analysis of Bill 4, and the results were not surprising. FAIR called the bill, and I'll quote, a misleading named piece of legislation which shields government from damaging disclosures, may be used to protect government wrongdoers, and does not protect whistleblowers at all. They say that it's not even appropriate to have whistleblower protection in the name of the bill because it provides absolutely no meaningful protection to whistleblowers. This coming from an organization whose sole mandate is to promote integrity and accountability within government and to support legislation that provides protection for whistleblowers. Whistleblower legislation should not be designed to shield the government from an embarrassing publicity, which is precisely the intent of the government's poorly conceived legislation. In fact, a leadership candidate for the PC party agreed last September when she criticized her opponent's plan for whistleblower legislation, a plan that is almost identical to what we now see before the House. When you start saying a whistleblower must report to the ombudsman, you're being prescriptive again about the structure that is in place in an effort to manage the information. I think that defeats the proposal. I think that needs to be protected if they go public with it. This person who said that, Mr. Speaker, was right. And in fact, she went on to win the leadership race. The Premier campaigned against the very type of legislation because it doesn't work. I think it will be very interesting to see where she stands when it comes time for members to vote on Bill 4. After all, she said, you either have an open government or you don't. Mr. Speaker, the Premier was right when she said that last year, but it's a complete shame that when it comes to Bill 4, she's gotten it so wrong.